Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. This is your humble host, Fritz Misodi. This is your Political Lab talk show. Today we're gonna just bring in two of our Ambazonian activists who made their own statement about the struggle and their assessment of the ongoing crisis in Cameroon, Ambazonia. We are gonna bring we know one of our barrister who is Alex Lisinge, who was very outspoken, in his outing in this. So I'll bring him and you listen to him, and we're gonna be analyzing what he's saying, and we'll see how his opinion tie in with the struggle. Okay, Alex Lisinge is a very renowned person. He is one of those staunch federalists who hold in that they can win from within, like the other members who have been in the struggle for quite some time. He believed that creating a political party within La Republique, because he has a political party, the British Southern Cameroon, but that's his political party, and he believed that they can win from within. So today I'm gonna bring him, and you listen to him. Then we're gonna be going step by step of his view about winning the struggle from within.
Making an Anglophone a prime minister, or an Anglophone a minister of territorial administration, does that solve the Anglophone problem? Ladies and gentlemen, this is my message for today, the 15th of March 2024. Since the major national dialogue, I believe the government of La Republique du Cameroon is playing with the lives of our people. And today, I want to make this clear. I'm not beating around the bush. The Anglophone problem is not a language problem. And I want to make this clear. The people of former British Cameroon have been subjected to annexation, apartheid. And I will tell you why. I'm speaking English. If you want to know the word of annexation, go and check it. If you want to know apartheid, go and check the word. And when you want to know the meaning of country in constitutional law, you go and check it. Because British Cameroon was a country. It was a country. A country does not need to be independent. Scotland is not independent, it's a country. British Cameroon under Dr. Endeli was a country. French Cameroon with Ahidjo as prime minister was a country. Today we have La République du Cameroon. Where is British Cameroon? It has been annexed. And I'm calling on A2D. Before the end of this year, they should solve that problem. And for those of you who think the Anglophone problem is a language problem, let me tell you why it's not a language problem. The institution that La République du Cameroon inherited from France,
trying to
they are imposing
give his opinion. He has made mention of some points that I want us to talk about. He talked about annexation and apartheid. Yes, we have seen that happening along the years in how La République annexed Cameroon, Southern Cameroon, and that is one of the root causes of the problem today, where we have seen that in many areas. But some people take it as a language problem. That is the issue. It's not a language problem. We don't have any language problem. Okay, Quebec and Canada and the whole of Canada are living side by side. Quebec is a French part of Canada, and they respect their constitution, their institutions. but they live side by side without any problem because they accept that kind of arrangements. But did Cameroon respect the arrangement? No, we never even signed any agreement, and that is where the problem lied. And today we see two countries of the same status. One has annexed the other one or apartheid the other one. That is an issue that we have been talking about along the years, and some people don't understand. We are a people, a recognized people that the United Nations recognize us, recognize our boundary, recognize our status as British Southern Cameroon or former British Southern Cameroon, and today Ambazonia. So we are seeing it in this light, but there are people who still believe that they can win through creating political parties. Look at what happened to Frundi. Look at what happened to even Ayapol. Ayapol Abini had a political party. All those Southern Cameroonians that have created political party, how significant are they today? Look at the SGF. The SGF does not even have parliamentarians anymore in the parliament. They're just appointing how can a CPGM party appoint SGF parliamentarians? You understand? So how is that helping the Southern Cameroonians? It's not helping Ambazonians because they are there for their own belly. They are there for their own self-aggrandizement. It is very difficult for you to say you want to win a crisis from within when you know the corrupt nature of this government of La Republique, where they will not accept anything that is not in line with them being at the verge. The good thing is that someone like Alex Lisinge went for the Grand National Dialogue, and if you ask him today, what did the Grand National Dialogue bring to all those of them that are proud federalists? They are proud federalists who attended nothing. They are still coming back to what we are saying, that whenever you trust La Republic government, the only time we can trust La Republic government is when we sit in an international mediation and there is an international mediator. That is when we can trust any discussion, because that discussion will go into international archives, okay? Because La Republic does not respect any boundaries. They don't respect any treaty. They don't respect any accord, which has to be between two countries, because we are supposed to talk about that. Let's keep listening to Alex Lisinge as he
on former British Cameroon, a country that was existing and had a first prime minister as Dr. Endeli. We never agreed to use the same institution. There are 4 countries in the United Kingdom. Scotland have got this money. Scotland have got a government. Northern Ireland have got a government. Wales have got a government. But they are all in United Kingdom because they are different in culture, whether it's ethnicity and whether it's their natural differences. They respect it. There is no one size fit it all in any country, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in America, all over the world. No one size fit all. You cannot be running a country, Mr. Biya, with a degree. No, we are different. When I say they have annexed the people of former British Cameroon, Northwest and Southwest, this is my point. ENAM that we are using in the country, La Republique du Cameroon, ENAM was created in 1945 by General Charles de Gaulle. It's a French institution. In the English part of Cameroon, we have our own institution. Why are they imposing ENAM on us? That's annexation. France CFA was created in France in 1945. French money. We in British Cameroon were using shillings. We never agreed to use the same money. There is no document, there is no treaty to say we should use France CFA. They have forced it on us. That is annexation. The military tribunal, which was called Revolutionary Tribunal, was created on the 12th of March 1793 in France to try political opinion. That is what they are using to try Anglophones that have a different legal system. That is annexation. It is not a language problem. Gendarmerie, created in France, 16th of February 1791, a French system. That's their police, that they use arm and force. We had a police which is different. We never agree. Forcing gendarmerie in former British Cameroon is annexation. UDIAC, which was a French creation, they started planning it before independence. On the 8th of December 1964, UDIAC signed a treaty to establish CEMAC to promote regional integration. And when you look at CEMAC, all the countries in CEMAC are French country, and they are forcing the English part of Cameroon inside CEMAC. That's why they have never been English on our money that we use in La République du Cameroon. Institut Pasteur from France, 4th of June 1887. We had our own English institution. British Cameroon had...
Alex, these are,
you see, these are federalists who still believe that upon all these issues that they are naming, how can you survive in that kind of institution? How can you survive, still say you are fighting from within, but you are, all these are things that he's bringing, talking about ENAM, talking about the CFA, talking about, man, that is assimilation. I don't understand how you know that somebody has assimilated you, but you still say you want to fight from within. And with all their military, the gendarmes, the military tribunal that he named, all these are things that we're talking about. You can't say you can win somebody who has all these things put together to colonize you. And you are there saying that you are going to use your political party to win. How can you use your political party to win? We had the greatest political party, opposition political party, that won the election in 1992. Did they give to Frundi? No. Who else can create a political party that was as strong as Frundi's party, SDF, that you say you can win from within? He named everything, all the gendarmerie, the UDIAC, the CEMAC, all these things he's naming. But those are the system that has been put in place by the colonial master. That is the colonization we're talking about. That is the annexation we're talking about. So you know all these, then you think that you can still win somebody from within. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The dictatorship governments don't listen to petty things. Okay, they listen to more firepower than you talking the argument of or the force of argument that that for the past years you can win. You know, it is very difficult because the system is very corrupt and it's also tied with France, and you can name it. You know, the France CFA, the all these things that he has been naming, but it's difficult. We already understand all this. Okay, you cannot name all these that we already know is a French system put in place. The gendarmerie, we did not have the gendarmerie. The gendarmerie came from La République. Okay, it's a French system, it's a French force. And the franc CFA, we were not using CFA. We were using the shilling, the British money, that we had to change. Even like Ghana changed their most of the English countries, yes, they use the British pound and shilling, but they changed to their currency. Nigeria was not using naira, Nigeria was using the same British pound that we were using with shillings, pounds and shillings back in the days, in the colonial days. But when the colonial masters left, each of these countries changed to their currencies. They were not forced to use pounds, British pounds. No, they were not forced to use the shillings. Okay, that is the issue. And I think our comrade need to understand that it's very difficult to win this country from within because of the way they run the country. It's a French system. He mentioned all these Napoleon Bonaparte. Even the way Ireland is doing the United Kingdom with Scotland, with Northern Ireland and Wales, all these are their country on their own, but they form that united, that kingdom. Okay, that makes them self-governing. Okay, they have their own parliament, everything, but they are part of the United Kingdom. That doesn't, because they know they are different. They have different cultures, ethnicities, and everything. So you can't put them together and force them to live together when they have their own system that they can run their system. He mentioned someone arresting with a military tribunal, arresting someone from the English-speaking part and take them to the French legal system. Okay, of course, what do you think we have been against all these years? Okay, is the mistreatment, all these things that we are going through, is what people are talking about. Okay, let's listen to this other comrade called Milan Atem. He used to be part of the interim government, but he left and he made this. Let's bring him up. Okay.
This is a statement that has largely been attributed to Louis XV of France, who we are told cared little for his people or the generations that were to come after him. But it is also a statement that has been attributed to Paul Biya, who has ruled Cameroon with an iron fist for the past 40 years. The man's only concern, it seems, is his stay in power. Therefore, it is clear that he does not care about the current state of affairs, the welfare of the people, or the generations after him. And since our Francophone brothers have demonstrated over the past decades that they have neither the will nor the capacity to get rid of him, one can safely assume that he is likely to stay in power until he dies, leaving behind a country that is already on life support. On the eve of Mr. Biya's 40th anniversary at the helm of Cameroon, Jeune Afrique published an article entitled "Le Cameroun après Biya." The article makes an interesting analysis of the various scenarios which await Cameroon after Biya goes. Interestingly, this was being done at a time when the Southern Cameroon's alliance was busy also discussing similar issues. Jeune Afrique advanced 4 main scenarios which are likely to take place once Biya goes. The first being that there's likely to be war and chaos between the clans after Biya goes. The second is the possibility of a surprise heir to the throne. We've seen the actions and the moves of Frank Biya as potentially that kind of scenario. Then there is the third, which is the possibility of a military takeover after Biya goes. And finally, Camto and the opposition take over after Biya goes. In the article, the paper discusses all these scenarios, but leaves out a couple of them which we had clearly earmarked in our own analysis. In the alliance, we do agree that the first 3 scenarios are quite possible. However, a Camto and the opposition takeover is a little far-fetched at this point in time and within the current context of Cameroon as we know it. Interestingly, the article fails to mention a key player on this chessboard called Cameroon, and that is France. For a while now, Biya has quietly eroded French influence in Cameroon in comparison to other Francophone countries on the continent. This has significantly reduced the influence of the France-Afrique, given the very unique and strategic position of Cameroon in the development and sustenance of the France-Afrique on the continent. Therefore, we must assume that France is a key player in the game and deserves a place in the numerous scenarios that would unfortunately befall Cameroon after Biya goes. And the Kamto scenario could easily fall.
Yes, that was Milan Atam.
Milan is giving his own opinion there. You know, Milan used to be member of the interim government, and he has just given his own point of view about that, the system after Biya, and we understand what is going to happen. We have said it time and again. Those scenarios that Milan Atem just mentioned are very, very possible. Okay, the possibility of a war, okay, between those Betty Bulu clans and different clans. You know, the second scenario is very possible, where either Frank Biya or Ngongo with the Frankies and then Ngongogis, they take over. The third scenario is a military takeover, which is possible. We have too much power has been given to the military, you know, and anytime the military want to take over today, they can take over, because Biya has poured money to the military to fight Ambazonia, and now there is financial crisis in Cameroon, because they spend a lot of money on a war that they cannot win, and there is economic crisis. You have seen videos of the people of La Republique crying of poverty, crying of basic commodities, basic amenities they don't have. Okay, lack of basic, infrastructures. Okay, when you spend money on misdirected priorities, how do you expect development to come to the country? High prices of goods and services, everything is skyrocketing. How do you survive? There is economic sabotage in Ambazonia. All these are part that are playing, but it's very, very, very difficult to think Kamto or any opposition party will take over in that country. Very, very difficult. Frundi tried for years. That's why we are telling most of the federalists, that country is not a country of opposition. It's not a country of opposition. The scenarios that we have said, because we know Biya will not go in for election, even though we have heard he's going to be going in for election. It's very difficult for the system to use any other system to win this thing. Look at what is happening, or look at what happened to Frundi. Look at what happened to the opposition leaders. Look at what happened to even those who even attempt to take over, or who had plans, like those people who were locked up with like Inoni, Marafa Amidu Yaya, and all these guys that were locked up. Just the fact that they went and bought an old plane, that then they said that plane was connected to killing Biya. Okay, that is the modus operandi. Even the doctor, Titus Ezwa, Biya's doctor, was locked up for many, many years. When he gave maybe a wrong prescription, or what he gave or what he did to Biya, sent him to jail. So Biya don't care. This incident that we hear now that is happening with Martinez Zogo, the journalist that was killed, that was gruesomely killed. Most of the people who you thought that could not be touched are now in Kondegi. Biya don't care. Who could believe that someone like Amogo Belinga could be in prison now? Or the director of DGRA, eh, the big boss of the national security, Echo, is now in jail. So Biya don't care. You can be wherever you are in that country, but when Biya want to hold you, that's how the system is. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you are Biya's friend. Biya doesn't have a friend. When he turns his back and say, "Hey, this guy want to do this guy," he just put you in jail. He doesn't care. That's how the system is. And Milan Atam made a good point about the issue of the Cameroon people don't have the capacity to get rid of Biya. They don't have. Okay, the system has been corrupted. The system has been made such a way that a little protest will send you people to jail. So people are afraid to go out to protest. It's not like in other countries. Imagine in Senegal, the young guy just won the election in Senegal. Macky Sall never wanted to leave office. Remember, Macky Sall won 2 terms, right? Macky Sall won 2 terms. And what Macky Sall did was that Macky Sall never wanted to leave office. But they told him, no, you don't have any way to stay and do anything. You have to leave office. So Macky Sall had no choice than to leave after 2 terms, because France was trying to let him stay. The influence of France in those in these countries is so powerful. That's why we are still talking about France, right? France still has influence, especially when it comes to trying to control the narrative when it comes to these French African countries. Okay, but take a listen to this, and you listen to the new guy who just won, that they are comparing with Biya. That
Le nouveau président sénégalais a 44 ans. C'est-à-dire il avait 2 ans quand Paul Biya prenait le pouvoir. Aujourd'hui, à 44 ans, il devient le collègue de Paul Biya. C'est-à-dire ton petit-fils va venir te manquer de respect au sommet africain. C'est-à-dire, il va venir te manquer de respect. C'est-à-dire, c'est son collègue. Donc, tu peux dire. La personne qui a maudit le Cameroun, je suis sûr que c'est le cousin direct de Jésus-Christ. Si ce n'est pas Lucifer lui-même, je ne sais pas qui a maudit encore le Cameroun, quoi. Même association des pasteurs, Makosso à la tête, ils ne peuvent pas délivrer les Camerounais. Donc, si on veut bien comprendre, il n'y a pas une personne intelligente, un jeune intelligent au Cameroun pour prendre le pouvoir. Président du Sénat camerounais, il a 97 ans. Il est encore réélu président du Sénat. C'est vrai. Aïe. Sommet africain. Le vieux 91 ans, il est assis. Visite d'état d'un jeune président de 44 ans au Cameroun. Il va voir son homologue de 91 ans. Il sera obligé de venir s'arrêter sur la route devant le palais présidentiel pour attendre son petit-fils.
They're talking about Cameroon.
Ils sont maudits. Ils sont maudits. Ils sont maudits.
It's just laughable that they know about Cameroon.
Ton petit-fils va venir te manquer de respect au sommet africain.
The Cameroonians
sommet africain, l'Union africaine. Ton petit-fils te manque de respect. Il te dit son bête, tu peux rien créer. Mais puisque s'il n'y a pas de personnes intelligentes dans ton pays, s'il n'y a pas un jeune dynamique, un jeune courageux qui prend le pouvoir, c'est comme ça un momie, comme ça un vieux.
It's just laughable when
you see people from other countries, they understand what is happening in the country of Cameroon with the rogue regime. The new guy that just won, this guy is trying to compare the ages. Biya came to power in 1982. This guy is around 40, whether 41 or 42. So this guy was just about 4 years old when Biya came to power, right? So he's just comparing the age. How, the age difference. Then he's laughing at the, Cavalier Yegi, who has just been re-elected, 90-something years old, the president of the Senate, Nyat Jifenji, 91 year, all of them are 90s. That's why this guy is trying to mock at them. This is what we are saying, and some people don't understand how, the Senegalese people, they refuse Macky Sall Tetem. They told Macky Sall, if you try, imagine if these Yaoundé Cameroonese people can stand up, you think that Biya would have been running for office all this time? No, you have to stand up. The Cameroon people think that Ambazonians are fools now. We stood up. Stand for your right. Don't allow these people to come and decide your future for you. Don't allow them, because they will come and be saying all those are nonsense. No, stand up like the Senegalese. The Senegalese stood up and they told Biya enough is enough. And what happened? That is what you see today. Okay, I'll leave you with this Mandela's statement, and you.
We should all bear in mind that the greatest glory of living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall. We should all bear in mind that the greatest glory of living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall.
The greatest glory of living lies not in...
That's a tip for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for watching. Mandela just sent a message to Ambazonians. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. It matters how many times you rise. Okay? When you do businesses, you understand that when you do one business, it fails, you have to keep doing it. Keep doing it. This struggle is a lesson that Mandela just told us. Keep standing. If you fall, keep standing. We are gonna keep fighting till the end. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. God bless our people, Ambazonia.